Hey everyone, welcome back. Today, we've got something exciting lined up. We're diving into the fascinating world of rare UK 20p coins. You might be shocked to learn that some of these tiny coins could be worth a fortune. Stick around as we uncover the top 8 ultra-rare coins you might have hidden in your collection or even in your pocket. To kick things off, let's quickly touch on the history of the 20p coin. Introduced in 1982, the 20p coin was created to help simplify the British currency system as inflation began to rise in the late 20th century. Its size and value made it a key player in everyday transactions, and over the years, its design has undergone several updates. But what really makes some of these coins so valuable today? Some of the rarest and most expensive 20p coins come from errors during minting, limited runs, and key dates when production was altered or misstruck. These aren't just coins, they're little pieces of history, representing British craftsmanship, and sometimes, mistakes. Let's take a look at the valuable coins that collectors are on the lookout for. Let's start with a coin that might be hiding in your pocket right now, the 2006 UK 20p coin. Most people would pass right by this coin without giving it a second thought, but collectors know better. The 2006 20p is one of the rarest coins due to a minting error, and if you happen to find one, it could be worth a lot more than you think. In 2006, the Royal Mint released 2 versions of this coin, the standard design and a rare, misstruck version. What makes the 2006 20p so special is that some of these coins were produced with a double strike, which is a minting error where the coin is pressed into the die more than once, creating an overlap of designs. This error is what makes the coin highly valuable. Now, if you find one of these misstruck coins, you could be looking at a value of around $600 or more, depending on its condition. That's a big jump from its face value of 20p. This error makes the 2006 20p one of the most valuable and sought-after coins from the early 2000s. Collectors are constantly on the lookout for these rare finds, and when they do surface, they don't stay on the market for long. The reason this coin is so valuable isn't just because of the minting error, but also because it's one of those rare instances where a mistake during production actually boosts the coin's worth. Most coins are considered less valuable when they have defects, but with error coins like this, the mistake is part of what makes it desirable to collectors. It's a unique piece of history, a reminder that even a small mishap in production can lead to something truly special. The double strike version of the 2006 20p is especially rare, and that's why it commands such a high price. Of course, the condition of the coin plays a significant role in determining its value. A well-preserved coin with minimal wear can fetch a higher price, while coins that are heavily worn will be worth less. If you happen to spot a 2006 20p in your change or if it's lying around in your collection, take a moment to check it out closely. You might have a valuable coin on your hands. This rare misstruck version is a great example of how minting errors can turn an ordinary coin into a valuable collectible. Next up is the 2000 UK 20p coin. Now, at first glance, this coin might not seem all that special. But in the world of coin collecting, it's actually one of the most coveted pieces. The reason it holds such high value, over $1,100 in some cases, is because it was part of a limited run produced in 2000 to celebrate the turn of the millennium. You might be thinking, okay, isn't that just a regular commemorative coin? Well, that's part of the story, but here's the twist, it's not just the fact that it was issued to mark the new millennium that makes it valuable, it's the rarity. The Royal Mint only released a limited number of these coins in 2000. In fact, there were so few of them that the demand for this coin skyrocketed almost immediately. While many commemorative coins are produced in large quantities, the 2000 20p was deliberately kept in limited supply. And collectors, knowing how rare these coins are willing to pay top dollar for one in excellent condition. So, if you've got a 2000 20p in pristine shape, it could easily fetch upwards of $1,100 or more at auction. This coin is a perfect example of how scarcity drives value in the numismatic world. The fact that the Royal Mint didn't churn out millions of these coins makes them even more desirable. When it comes to collecting, rarity is often the number one factor that drives up a coin's price. And since the 2000 20p has been on collectors' radars for years, its value continues to climb, especially when it's in uncirculated or near-perfect condition. So, while it might seem like a regular coin at first, the 2000 UK 20 pence is a true hidden gem in the world of rare coins. If you happen to come across one of these coins in your collection or pocket change, don't just brush it off. With its rarity and growing demand, it might just be worth a lot more than you think. Moving back in time, we have the 1982 UK 20 pence coin. This one's a big deal, folks. If you're lucky enough to find one of these, you could be looking at a price tag of around $2,500. But what makes this coin so valuable? Here's the story. In 1982, the Royal Mint made some changes to the design of the 20 pence coin, and in the process, a few of these coins were produced with a different edge design. This was a big shift because prior to this, all UK coins, including the 20 pence, were produced with a smooth edge. But for the 1982 coin, the Mint decided to add a reeded edge, which is like the edge you'll find on most modern UK coins today. However, this wasn't the only issue. Some of these 1982 20 pence coins were struck incorrectly, which means they were misaligned or not properly pressed during the minting process. This mistake created what's known as an error coin, which makes it incredibly rare and highly valuable. The error wasn't widespread, though, making it even more of a treasure for collectors. The limited nature of the mistake is what drives up the price. Coins like this, with production errors, are highly sought after by collectors, especially when they're tied to key years like 1982. So, if you find a 1982 20 pence coin with the wrong edge or an error in its design, it could fetch an impressive $2,500, depending on its condition. What makes the 1982 20 pence particularly special is the fact that it's both a key date and a minting anomaly. These two factors combined, the edge change and the limited number of misstruck coins, make it one of the most expensive and rare 20 pence coins you can find. Over the years, its value has continued to rise, making it a must-have for serious collectors who are hunting for valuable British currency. If you've got one of these coins, or if you happen to come across it, you're looking at a great opportunity to make a significant profit, especially if it's in near-perfect condition. Collectors love these coins not only because of their rarity, but because they represent an interesting piece of British coinage history, marking the transition between older and modern minting techniques. Now, let's take a look at the 1989 UK 20 pence coin. Unlike many of the other coins we've discussed so far, this one's value doesn't come from a minting error. Instead, its worth is tied to its relative rarity. The 1989 20 pence coin was part of a specific batch that featured a unique minting pattern, which makes it highly sought after by collectors. You might be thinking, what's so special about a 1989 coin? Well, the thing that sets it apart is the way it was struck. During the production of this batch, the Royal Mint used a slightly different technique that resulted in a unique pattern on the coin's surface. It's this subtle difference that makes the 1989 20 pence so appealing to numismatists. Collectors pay attention to these details because they know that small changes in minting techniques can drastically increase a coin's value, especially if it's from a key year. While a standard 1989 20 pence coin might only be worth a few dollars, coins in pristine condition, or those with special features like minting errors, can be worth much more. Some well-preserved examples of the 1989 20 pence coin can fetch up to $1,200. That's a huge difference compared to the regular value of the coin, which just goes to show how much rarity and condition play a role in a coin's worth. For collectors, condition is everything. The better the condition of the coin, the higher its potential value. So, if you happen to have a 1989 20 pence coin that's still in great shape, it might be worth holding on to. Even a coin that's been well taken care of over the years could be worth far more than its face value. This particular coin is often overlooked by those who don't pay attention to the finer details of minting, but for those in the know, the 1989 20 pence is a prime example of how small changes in production can lead to big differences in value. And unlike error coins, which are typically rare but not always desirable to everyone, the 1989 20 pence's value stems from its subtle uniqueness, making it a coveted item for serious collectors. In short, while it may not be as widely recognized as some other rare coins, the 1989 UK 20 pence is a valuable piece in its own right. So, if you have one lying around in your collection, or if you spot one in your change, it's definitely worth taking a closer look. A coin in pristine condition could be worth a lot more than you might think. Coming up next is the 2003 UK 20 pence coin. Now, while this coin might not have the same fame as the 1982 or 2000 coins, it's still incredibly valuable, with some reaching prices of $900 or more. But what makes the 2003 20 pence so special? The answer lies in some interesting errors that occurred during the production of these coins. Among the most notable issues were double strikes and other minting imperfections that happened as part of the manufacturing process. Double strikes happen when a coin is pressed into the die more than once, resulting in a misaligned design or overlapping features. When these imperfections occur, they can make the coin much rarer and more desirable to collectors. If you happen to find one of these 2003 20 pence coins with a visible minting flaw, like a double strike or a shifted design, it could be worth a lot more than you think. Normally, a 2003 20 pence coin is worth just its face value, but those with errors can command a price of up to $900 or more, depending on the condition of the coin and the severity of the error. It's worth noting that not all 2003 coins have these flaws, and that's what makes the ones with errors so valuable. They're the ones that collectors are actively searching for, making them rare finds. The fact that these minting issues weren't widespread also contributes to the coin's desirability and value. Collectors look for coins like this not just because of the errors, but because they represent a piece of history, a moment when something went wrong in the minting process. These coins tell the story of human error in craftsmanship, and that's something that adds to their charm. For many collectors, the imperfections make the coin all the more interesting and valuable. If you're looking through your collection or searching through your change and come across a 2003 20 pence coin with any noticeable flaws, take a moment to inspect it closely. Even the smallest mistake can increase its value significantly. And while it may seem like a minor issue, in the world of coin collecting, these imperfections are what make coins like this incredibly sought after. So, keep an eye out for any 2003 20 pence coins that don't quite match the standard. A coin with a visible minting flaw could be worth hundreds of dollars, making it a great find if you're lucky enough to spot one. Now, let's talk about the 1983 UK 20 pence coin. This is another key year for collectors, and it's a coin that can fetch up to $1,000 in the right condition. But why is this coin so valuable? The 1983 20 pence coin is special for a couple of reasons. First off, it had a limited run, which immediately makes it rare. But the real kicker comes from the minting error that occurred during production. Some of the coins from this year were struck incorrectly, resulting in a variety of minting flaws. These mistakes, whether they were misalignments, double strikes, or other imperfections, are what make the 1983 coin particularly valuable in the eyes of collectors. The limited mintage, combined with the error, makes this coin a real find for anyone lucky enough to come across it. A typical 1983 20 pence might only be worth its face value, but those with noticeable minting flaws or those that remain in pristine, uncirculated condition can see prices rise dramatically, sometimes reaching as much as $1,000. It's important to note that coins like this don't have to be perfect to be valuable. Even a small mistake during production can have a significant impact on its worth. Collectors actively seek out coins with these minting errors because they're rare, and owning one is like holding onto a piece of numismatic history. As with many other error coins, the rarity and uniqueness of the mistake make them highly desirable. The 1983 20 pence coin is a great example of how even small changes in production can create something highly collectible. For many collectors, the imperfections are what make the coin stand out, adding to its charm and value. If you find a 1983 coin with a noticeable flaw, or even one that's been well preserved in mint condition, it could be worth significantly more than the standard version. The 1983 20 pence has become a must-have for serious coin collectors who focus on British currency. The combination of a limited production run and the presence of minting errors makes it a key piece to own, and it's one that will likely continue to rise in value over time as more people catch on to its rarity. If you're looking through your change or going through your collection, don't overlook the 1983 20 pence coin. A coin that's in excellent condition, or has an error, could be worth far more than you might expect. And when it comes to coin collecting, finding one of these rare treasures could be your ticket to a valuable addition to your collection. The The 1993 UK Queen Elizabeth II 20p coin is another gem in the world of rare British currency. With a face value of just 20p, it's actually one of the most valuable coins you could find today, worth around $1,000. But what makes this coin so valuable? Well, it all comes down to the way it was minted. The 1993 20p coin features an iconic image of Queen Elizabeth II, which, in itself, isn't too uncommon. What makes this coin stand out, however, is its rarity. In 1993, the Royal Mint produced fewer coins than usual, which means that there are fewer of these around today, making it harder to find. But it's not just the low mintage that drives up the value. The coin's condition is another key factor. If you happen to have a 1993 20p coin in excellent or mint condition, it could be worth much more than its face value. Coins in good condition are always more desirable to collectors, and with fewer of these coins in circulation, a well-preserved one could fetch prices up to $1,000 or even more. It's easy to overlook a coin like this since it's small and simple in design, but the 1993 20p is highly sought after by numismatists, especially those who focus on rare UK coins. The coin's relatively low mintage in combination with its strong demand among collectors makes it a valuable addition to any collection. So, if you happen to spot one in your change or dig one up from your coin collection, it's worth taking a closer look. The value of the 1993 20p is a prime example of how rarity and condition go hand in hand in determining a coin's worth. While the face value of the coin is a mere 20p, its scarcity and the fact that it was minted in a specific year with limited production means it has become one of the most valuable 20p coins on the market. Coins like this are a reminder that sometimes, the most valuable pieces aren't the ones that are the most elaborate or the most famous. Sometimes, it's the coins with a simple design, like the 1993 20p, that end up being worth the most due to their rarity and historical significance. So, next time you're sorting through your loose change or going through your coin collection, make sure to check for a 1993 20p coin. A well-kept coin could turn out to be a valuable treasure, well worth a lot more than its small face value. Finally, we have the 2004 UK 20p coin. While it may not be as expensive as some of the other coins we've discussed, it still carries a hefty value, up to $800, depending on its condition. So, what makes this particular coin worth so much? The answer lies in a few specific minting errors that occurred during its production. While most 2004 20p coins are pretty standard and worth only their face value, a smaller batch of them was produced with noticeable imperfections. These errors range from things like misalignments to double strikes, and even some with the wrong edge designs, which can significantly increase their value. The rarity of these minting errors is what makes the 2004 20p coin highly sought after by collectors. Errors like these are always of interest to numismatists because they offer something unique in the world of coinage. A coin that was misstruck or has an unusual feature is not only a piece of history but also a valuable addition to a collection. The 2004 coin's minting flaws are relatively limited, so finding one with these imperfections is not something that happens every day. If you happen to come across one of these coins in good condition, with one of these rare minting flaws, it could be worth anywhere from a few $100s to as much as $800. Of course, the coin's value also depends on its condition, with coins in excellent or uncirculated condition commanding the highest prices. So, while the 2004 UK 20p coin might not have the same reputation as some of the more famous rare coins, its value is certainly significant for those in the know. Collectors are always on the lookout for these coins, especially the ones with minting flaws, because they can be harder to find compared to others from the same year. Coins like this are a reminder that rarity and condition are two of the most important factors when it comes to determining a coin's value. The 2004 20p coin, with its limited errors and unique features, proves that even coins from more recent years can hold significant value if they have the right combination of scarcity and imperfections. If you happen to find a 2004 20p coin with any noticeable minting flaw, it's definitely worth holding onto, as it could be much more valuable than you initially thought. So, there you have it. The top 8 most expensive and ultra-rare UK 20p coins that are worth big money. Whether you're just starting your collection or you've been collecting for years, keep your eyes peeled, you never know when one of these rare coins might come into your possession. Don't forget to hit that like button if you found this video helpful and subscribe for more coin tips, history, and hidden treasures. Until next time, happy collecting!